It breaks my heart. They ain't believing us. We the best music. They play themselves. While you hating and being jealous, you could be over here embracing that love, more blessings, more life. God did. You either win with us or you watch us win. DJ Khalil.
They wanted to stop, but look at us now. They counted us out.
Time to say
they
a prayer.
They didn't think that we would make it up. They didn't
Maybe bow our heads.
Oh, but I know God did. Oh, yes, He did.
God is great. Nosedive, they just praying that I crash. But those guys, they don't wanna see you last. That Jacob $3 million above your tax. A tub full of money, I still can't relax. Time spinning, Lord forgive me, I'm a sinner. Conquer divide niggas. Wrong side of the petition, only divine winning. Better listen when I tell you how I put time in it. Please forgive me, God did. So leave me in the dark, swimming with the sharks. Dope boy, big calm, still the biggest boss. Got a kilo on the plate, send him on the freight. Or I could go and buy a bank, I know my money's safe.
They counted us out. They didn't think that we would make it up. They didn't believe in us. Oh, but I know God did. Oh, yes, He did. Oh, yes, God did.
Sky is the limit, every day I reach. They was tired of me winning, now they dead asleep. No one see me with the ring, you better play D. Nigga, God did his thing when He made me. With the eyes stacked against me, I could crack the Vinci. I know only God could judge us, I say that but Britney. They smell blood like a shark, they start acting fishy. Well, I'ma have to act a ass and they gon' have to kiss me. Please don't hate me just to hate me. Before they overrate me, they gon' underestimate me. Funeral and wake me, bury me and excavate me. But I'm so cultivating, everybody replicate me. Nigga, face facts, dreadlocks, face tats, I'm the apex. I made the culture what I'm doing, they relate back. I fucked the world and what I did, I practice safe sex. I prayed more and said less, God did the rest.
They counted us out. They didn't think that we would make it up. They didn't.
It breaks my heart.
Oh, but I know God did.
Where we at, Goo?
Oh, yes, He did.
Where we at, Goo?
Oh, yes, God. But I know God did.
Hove did. Please, Lord, forgive me for what the stove did. Nobody touched the billy until Hove did. How many billionaires can come from Hove crib? I count 3, me, A, and Ree. Bronze and rock boy, so 4 technically. I left the dope game with my record clean. I turned the cocaine into champagne. I cleaned up La Madrina with the same soap. Me and Loro talk about how we slang dope. Now the weed stores, can you believe this top? I put my hustle on the Forbes, can you believe this guy? Then we said fuck it, took the dope public. Out the mud, they gotta face you now, you can't make up this shit. Judge it how you judge it, say we going corporate. Nah, we just corner boys with the corner
Welcome
office.
to Keeping It Real with Khalil. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to Keeping It Real with Khalil, episode 3. Today we'll be talking about Jayden James, the future of Rogers. Jayden James, she goes to Rogers High School. She plays in the 6A West Conference. She's a point guard / wing. She's in the class 2027. She's 5'6", and she's from Rogers, Arkansas. She played significant varsity minutes for Rogers High School this year. Yeah, she played big minutes this year. She went from being the second option from last year to being the first option this year. And she played a big role and a big key in this year's offense and this year's defense and this year's just team and in general. She's known for defensive intensity and attacking the rim. She's in her defense, man, it's killer. She does what she has to do and defensively so her team can win. And she goes attack that rim so she can win by big margins or, take the loss by small margins. Rogers' record this year was 20 overall. Their conference record was 4-11. They didn't have a great season like they wanted to, but how they fought this year, you're gonna see how Jayden, she played a big role in this year's team, even though it didn't go the way they wanted it to. She was named player of the game in a 53-37 win versus El Dorado. You'll see in her highlights. You'll see how she played her key role in that game, and you'll see why they named her player of the game. Getting a steal. Look at that. Getting a steal. And putting a win versus her crosstown rival, getting 6 points in the game. Shooting threes against another great team that they had to play, Little Rock Christian Academy. Yeah, it's a pretty good team, not outside the conference, but pretty good team. Had 19 points, had a big game right there. Just against El Dorado High School. Look at that, just making points. Doing what she has to do for the team, getting steals. Having a big game against El Dorado, showing what they do. And over there, getting another steal. And she has the speed on her. You can see in her package, she has a speed on her. Big, lot of speed. Look at it, look at it. 18 points. Oh, wait, with the big deal. Stealing it. And on a fast break, and you can just see once again that speed. Her speed kills, and it kills. 7 points. I guess Nashville High School team that came all the way out here to play them. I'm telling you, she just plays lightning quick. She's a quick player, and she's a quick person. She's quick on offense, quick on defense, and it shows because you see in every part of her game, it's quick. Here's against Arkansas Tech High School. She's just killing them. And she's over there crashing the boards, getting the rebounds, making the steals. And she's disrupting their offense like she does. Here's against my school, Bentonville West. In the steal. And you see how she is just cutting through the defense and getting points. Had 9 points against us. This is against Fayetteville, one of the best teams in the conference. One of the best players in the class. And you over making threes. 3 over Sanaa Coachman. 8 points against them. Then Van Buren. And you can just see it. Look at that. I'm telling you. I done probably said it a bunch of times already, but I'm telling you, that's her key right there of her. Her speed. Her speed kills, and it kills like lightning quick. It's lightning quick. And this is against Perry Grove High School. You can just see it. She knows where to cut. She draws a foul right there. Knows how to cut. Knows how to get around, move around, bob and weave through the defense. Knows how to do it so she can go score the ball and help her team progress. And they're getting 5 points against them. And look at this. Putting the ball in the rack. $10 points. And this against a team that wasn't that great this season either. Southside High School. Putting the ins and the outs out there against Southside. And she just go like, look at this. Watch her bob and weave through that defense. Watch her bob and weave through it. Gets a steal and weaves again. Going to bob and she bobs and weaves. Look at that bob weave and gets in there and scores. She is a elite scorer and she's an elite guard, an elite handler. But she also can do it at the wing position. And this is in the state tournament against North Little Rock High School. I wish our school got to play them instead of Rogers, but hey, it is what it is. They earned it. And they had a season that earned it for them. Earned a spot in that tournament. 9 points against them. And you see out of her highlights, you see what she's been doing. Here's some of her averages this year. She scored 18 points per game, 4.2 assists per game, 5.5 rebounds per game, 2.1 steals per game. Her field goal percentage this year was 48%. Her three-point percentage was 36%, and her free throw percentage was 82%. She was elite at the free throw percent. Elite. And her scoring, she scored 18 points a game on a team with a team that is not wasn't the best in the conference, wasn't the best, but she stood out and showed and proved who she is as a player, as a person, as a leader, and as someone who sets up their offense and sets up their defense. Offensively, she's got elite court vision and passing IQ. Her vision's elite. I'm telling you. You want to watch you watching her, like you see her moving around, bobbing and weaving through the defense. Doing the elite things that elite players do. And her passing IQ, she's passing her teammates at right times, getting the ball around and moving it around. She has handle pressure with poise. Yeah, her handle pressure. I'm telling you, that pressure when she handles that ball, that is pressure, 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 pressure. You're not gonna be able to defend that because she's gonna be having elite handles. This is what I told her, and we talked about it, and this is what I talked to Coach early about it too, and he said the same thing. She's like Kyrie Irving, ball handling skills as a female. She can handle the ball like a female Kyrie Irving. Then you can take a little bit of Caitlin Clark and sprinkle that just a little bit on her, and that's how her ball handling is. She's just elite. She's a solid perimeter shooter. I'm telling you, she's a solid shooter. She's a solid shooter. She has lockdown defense on the perimeter, and she has high team leader energy. Man, her energy is high. It's like the leading is high and the energy is high. It's crazy. She's a versatile scoring guard. Yeah, she's versatile. She can, score the ball and do it in different ways and exceptional ways. She just is a different player and is elite. She's known for her aggressive drives and finishing around the rim. Yeah, she's aggressive. She finishes around that rim, and she's aggressive while doing it. She does it, I'm telling you, scatting at the ball, swiping at the ball. She's doing anything to get that ball back for her team and getting points on the board. She scored consistently in a game like the 52-point team effort versus my school, Bentonville West, in February. She, scored consistently in the game, and he was seeing, I was like, she's going against one of her teammates that she plays in the summer within the summertime in AAO, Reagan Cruisenberry, and you can just see how they're just fight back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But she ends up taking the battle in her hands a little bit more, and I remember in game when she told Reagan during the game after the game, she said, "We're teammates during the summertime. We're friends off the court, but in that court, I'm gonna make you work for it. I'm gonna make you fight for it because I know how good you are, and you know how good I am. You know how good our chemistry is. You know how it is against each other, playing in practice and then playing in games. You know how it is. So we have to, work and fight each other. And you're gonna see a battle between us, two good guards." And when I heard that, I was like, she told me and Reagan that, I was like, yeah, I know. I know she's been competing. I know how she has that drive, that leadership and that, that wanting, that poise to do, the things that she does. She focuses on mid-range shots, transition offense, and attacking off the dribble. Yeah, like I said, this is the things she focuses on. Her mid-range shot, her transition offense, and her attacking off the dribble. She attacks off the dribble. She attacks that ball off the dribble and goes and just moves and it's fast. She's just a fast player. And then she focuses on her mid-range shot. She knows her shot is not the best. She's told me that before. She knows it's not the best, and she wants to work on improving it, making it better, making it elite, so she can be automatic. Like some of the players she plays against, or just in general, some players she likes on television. She wants it automatic, so when she shoots that ball, she knows it's gonna go in all the time. She knows it's gonna be clutch. It's gonna make her team better. It's gonna make the points go up and make the wins happen like that she wants. She's developing playmaker with strong ball handling and court vision. Yeah, she's developing her playmaking skills so that she can make her ball handling even stronger and her court vision even stronger. That's what I was watching her game and evaluated, and that's what I've talked to her and coach early about. You have to start with developing the playmaking skills so your ball handling skills are good. And then your core vision is going to be good because all the other things are good. And you can just go and play and go fly around and do the other things you need to do. She uses her speed and quick first step to break down defenders. Bingo. Start that. Do whatever you got to do. That's the key right there. She has the speed, the quick first step, and it breaks down her defenders. It makes her defenders stop and have to readjust because she done got from over here to over there already. She done got flying around. I'm telling you, she's like Usain Bolt in basketball. Zoom, zoom, zoom. She just moving. And it's like crazy. She anchors perimeter defense as quick on ball guard. That's what she does. She's quick in the perimeter, quick defending the perimeter, and you can just see it. She challenges opposing ball handlers and disrupts passing lane. You can see like in this bush right here, the disrupting the lane. She disrupts everybody. She disrupts the defense. I'm telling you, like against West, she disrupted that lane and she was just going through and swiping, moving, doing all kind of crazy movements just because she can do that and she's worth on that kind of stuff. Because she said this to me and watching the film, it tells it doesn't lie. Tape, like they say, tape doesn't lie. And she told me this: you can't just be good offensively, you can't just be good defensively, and you can't just be good, when you want to be. You got to be good all around. You got to be a good player all around because that's what coaches look for, and that's what teams look for, and that's just what people want to see. They don't want to see a player who's just good offensively, a player that's just good defensively, a player that's this, that, and the next. They want to see a player that's good all around because that makes the team better, and it just makes the quality of the game better, and it just makes things look good, and it makes things just play better. She's active and help defense, and is known for her high effort hustle plays. Yeah, I'm telling you, she's to me a good player on defense. And I'm telling you, she's, flying, moving, and she's swatting, scatting, putting the body somewhere, putting the body on somebody, doing things she's got to do to make her team better and to make herself better at the end of the day and just to make her game better. She routinely defends top guards in a tough 6A West Conference. Sinai Coachman, she's guarded and plays her best against. She's guarded Jada Crawford and plays her best against them. She's guarded Reagan Cruisenberry, Ashlyn Way, Hallie Ford, and, has played some top tier, game against them. She's guarded Matia Brown and, put some top tier on that. She's guarded Kaya Brown, McCoy, and she's put some, heat on that, and did her thing there. Who else in the conference that she's? Oh, you can go to Harbor, the Campbell twins. She's played against them too this year, and and is just beat them. Didn't beat them in the game, but beat them in moments that were crucial. And then against her former teammate Brooklyn Owens, that was a battle. And I asked her about that game, and I said, "How do you feel having to play your old teammate moving?" Because she's thinking that Rogers is not going to be any good, and Rogers ain't that good. She was like, "Well, that's on her. You want to move, you move. We can't control transferring. We can't control who's moving. But I'm gonna use that to my advantage to work, keep getting better, and elevate when my spot is on the team and my status on the team." And then she said, "When I see her, it's on because I'm gonna show her why you shouldn't have left Rogers," which I like that. She brings energy and pressure even when teams' defensive struggles overall. Yeah, she's gonna still be high motor, high energy, high pressure, even when her team's defense is terrible or is not the best or struggling overall in the whole game. She's going to do whatever it takes to get a win because she knows how crucial these wins are to get her goals. The goals, like she's won the conference champion. She wants to be wanted to be all state, all conference, all defensive player. She wanted to be, a state champion. You gotta. It takes all these things to get to that place, and and all this to get to where she wants to be. She works to spark turnovers and moment changes defensive style. Yeah, she works to spark the turnovers, momentum changes, and defensive stops in her game. Hands down, that's what I've seen. She's gonna spark a turnover because that speed is gonna make it where she gets to the ball faster, scats over faster, does this faster, move here, move there faster. She's gonna do the things that elite guards do and elite wings do because she can play in different areas of the game. She changed the momentum. I know for sure. I watched her play 3 games. I know when she played her crosstown rival Martha Heritage. There were times where the momentum was down because they didn't execute plays the way they wanted to, or executed things. But she came back in there and she said, "We're gonna do this because we are a team that's fighting, and we are a team that deserves things that have not been given to us. We are a team that's gonna work. We're a team that's hungry." That's what she's told, and she's told her teammates. She's like, "With me being a leader on this team, I'm not gonna let us go down. I'm not gonna let us lose. I'm not gonna let us stop where we are." And so she has to change the momentum to fix her team's momentum so they can play the way they want to play. She has no college offers yet. As of when I was looking at the May, she had no offers. But she's, I could see her getting some over her, junior season. And I could see her, if she gets offers, I could see her playing, getting offers from Oklahoma, Texas, being the hometown hero, Arkansas, maybe Arkansas State, maybe UCA, maybe Arkansas Tech, Hardin. She can play for them. I could see her also playing for Texas, LSU. I can see her playing for some big programs, some big teams, and playing in some big areas. She's going to be a D1 or D2 player. She's not D3 or, JUCO. No, she's her game and the way she's working on it is right now to me, to the college coaches I've talked to and other coaches I've talked to in the conference and athletic directors that watch her game. I've talked to in the conference or not even in our conference. That she's a, college, she's college material. Somebody needs her on their squad. She will make a difference no matter where she is and what she does. She focused on AEO development and varsity performance. Yeah, the last summer she focused and she's still focusing on it now, still working on it. She worked on taking AEO to develop for her playing in school because in school she was the second option last year. This year she became the first option. She worked, and proved to the coaches and proved, and showed her game that she deserves to be, the first option, not the second option, because she will lead your team to success and she will get your team to places they want to be. Because the last 3 years, Rogers ain't made a state tournament. They ain't made it nowhere in the tournament. And this year they did it with her being the first option, the one doing it. She's building visibility through her highlights and exposure events. Yeah, like you see the highlights right there. She is, gaining attention of coaches from that. She's gaining attention from people. She's gaining attention from the state. People in the state who watch, Rogers basketball because they gonna know who this girl is, Jayden James, and they're gonna look out for her because she's the future of Rogers basketball, and she's the future of one of the futures of the 7A West, the 6A West Conference, and the future of Arkansas. And she's building exposure through events like team camps with her team. AO, other college camps and stuff she goes to. She's building her exposure so she can go to the next level, play the next level, and do the bigger, better things in her career. This summer she focused on the AAO circuit and her skill training. She is, working in the AAO circuit so she can gain, exposure, visibility, and get better at her game, and just get live reps because most players I talk to say the same thing about getting the reps all year long. She does drills. She said this to me. She does the drills, and that's the help fix the little things for the bigger picture. But she said this you've heard in other past episodes and you've heard in other past, and you've probably gonna hear it a lot because a lot of players say it. The chairs don't move, the cones don't move, the trash can don't move. So getting a lot of reps help you simulate, drawing the foul. Where should I? shoot the three. How do I do this and that? It helps, you learn these kind of things, and that's how you learn it, is by doing live reps. Even if it's team camp reps, or even if it's college, college camp reps. Something live besides I'm dribbling past this trash can, dribbling past this cone, or just dribbling on a court with nobody defending me. Or playing defense on, on a trash, getting on a trash can, something like that. Not getting a lot of reps, Her goal is to earn all conference honors by her junior year. That's what she said. She wants to be an all conference player by her junior year. And she said she's going to do whatever it takes to get there, because she said that's the first step of getting noticed, is by being all conference. And then being all conference, because she said that's how me being all conference shows I'm the number one option on my team. And that shows that I'm going to be, winning the conference championship, winning a lot of games, winning my conference, winning state. That's going to show that I'm ready for this kind of stuff, because people in my conference think I'm one of the best out of the whole conference. She continues to build exposure by her highlight reel and social media. She said that she needs to continue to build her exposure. And that's what her coach said. I've talked to Coach earlier. That's what he said. She needs to, keep getting her highlight package put out there and her highlight reel put out there, because it'll gain attention of coaches, and it'll gain attention of the people in the conference. And putting it out there, being a very sociable person will help gain her the attention she wants. Her future aspirations are to compete at the college level. Yeah, she said she wants to play college basketball, and she says she, is going to do whatever it takes to get there. I wouldn't disagree, like I said in the past and earlier. I wouldn't disagree if you see her one day, you turn on the TV and you see her playing at one of these big schools, or one of these big schools, because she is a player that needs to play on the big circuit and on the big levels, because she is she's ready for it. I feel like, she keeps working this offseason. I think, stepping in next season. And I kind of already think it, but I, put in elevating some more in her bag, we'll see. But I think she's a college-ready player. I think she's ready for it. I think next year when you watch her in the conference, she's going to be having some big games against, Sanaa Coachman. Some big games, against Campbell Twins. Big games against these big names in the conference. Kyle McCoy. You're going to see her against these big names. Reagan Cruzenberry, Ashlyn Way, Hallie Ford. You're going to see these big names, and you're going to see these big players that she plays against. And you're going to see that it matches up. Matia Brown, Aubrey over there at Fayetteville too. Jada Crawford. You're going to see these big names. You're going to see these big ticket matchups, because I'm telling you, she's one of the best players in her class 2027. And she just one of the best players out there in the state. And when you watch these, when you look at, girls basketball coming up this year, it's going to be heated. There's going to be some heated battles and some heated teams. And the state tournament's going to look pretty big. Yeah, I'm getting kind of off about her, but that's what I'm saying. She's going to contribute to these big moments, competing at these big levels, competing at these big, tournaments, big circuits, because she's ready for it. And that's it. That's all my time. Thanks for, watching Keeping It Real with Khalil. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to keep tuning in. Thank y'all for all y'all support. I love you guys.